Ciao, Rishi.
Buongiorno, Jiva. Come stai?
I'm pretty hungry. What are we making for dinner tonight?
How about the pie from Pompeii?
The focaccia? Nope. I think we can make something way better.
Hi, welcome to Dr. Matt's Metabolic Kitchen. I'm Rishi.
And I'm Jiva. We follow the pioneering work of Dr. Matthew C.L. Phillips, a world-renowned clinical researcher and metabolic neurologist from New Zealand.
In this channel, we present our own understanding of his research.
It's no secret that lifestyle disorders are on a rapid rise.
According to the World Health Organization, 74% of all deaths are due to a non-communicable disease, including cancer, diabetes, and heart disease.
That's more than 41 million people each year globally, more than the population of California.
Research has shown that neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and Huntington's are metabolic disorders.
And so are mental disorders, like depression, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. They are essentially metabolic disorders of the brain.
All living organisms use metabolism to convert food into energy or building blocks for proteins, membranes, and other cellular components. Mitochondria are the primary regulators of metabolism. They are truly the processors of cells.
Modern dietary and lifestyle choices expose the mitochondria to excess oxidative stress, ultimately resulting in mitochondrial dysfunction. This impacts production and regulation of neurotransmitters and key hormones.
So, how do we restore mitochondria function then? For this, we need to understand the significant underlying risk factors. Let's hear it in Dr. Matt's own words.
Possibly the greatest risk factors, and I can't really think of anything else that has changed as much as these two in the last 50 years. And it's very difficult to study them because basically almost everyone shares these two risk factors. Is the first, the fact that we eat so many times throughout the day. We eat a lot of times throughout the day. And although this seems rather harmless, and it's often recommended by many diet experts, it's very abnormal if you look at how people used to eat throughout 2 to 3 million years of evolution. So for a much, much, much longer time than the last 50 years. On average, people eat about 5 to 6 meals a day, and that's just that is a lot of time throughout the day that one is eating. And the second risk factor that almost everyone shares is diets high in processed carbohydrates. Now, the word process means different things, but process means it's not in its natural state, the food, so it's been tampered with by humans. And most people eat a diet of about 35% fat, 15% protein, 50% carbs. So it's a lot more carbs than we're probably used to eating in evolution, most of us, and it's a lot more processing. And processing can vary. Something highly processed would be chocolate bars and sodas, but something that's semi-processed would be something like maybe buns, like on that hamburger there. So it has a wide variation in how you define it. But basically, I would like to suggest that our modern diet is really quite an abomination. If you look at our evolutionary history, and so the idea of having 3 meals has only been around a few hundred years, really. And the idea of having 3 meals plus a bunch of snacks has only been around maybe 50 years or so. And the idea of having, many more carbohydrates in the diet, a lot of them processed, that's again another sort of thing in the last 50 years or so that's really come into its own. And these are just massive changes in our dietary patterns. I can't think of anything that's changed as much in the last 50 years. Not exercise, not sleep. All these things are not ideal because of modern society. However, they have not changed as much as the modern dietary lifestyle has.
Metabolic strategies such as fasting and keto diets aim to address these risk factors and restore mitochondria function by dampening anabolism and rekindling catabolic processes.
If you are interested in learning more, you can check out Dr. Matt's research at metabolicneurologist.com. We also discussed this in our intro video. Both links are in the description below.
Thanks for the directions, okay?
And remember, kid, you get
Boss!
Next shuttle liftoff scheduled for T-minus 30 minutes and counting.
You are clear to enter. Welcome to Pizza Planet.
Today, we'll prepare a yummy keto pizza from Dr. Matt's metabolic therapy plan.
But we start our pizza journey in Pompeii, around 2,000 years ago.
Pompeii was a bustling, middle-class, maritime Roman town with 70,000 inhabitants.
That is, until AD 79, when nearby Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying Pompeii and several other nearby towns in ash.
The remains of the city were preserved, creating an exclusive, still snapshot of Roman life.
In the past 300 years, archaeologists have uncovered many of Pompeii's major buildings and its forum.
One thing the archaeologists recently discovered was a fresco with a dish that resembles a pizza.
Yay!
However, it is likely that this is only focaccia, a flatbread.
Aww.
The first recorded mention of the name pizza for this dish was in a 10th century manuscript in the southern Italian city of Gaeta.
Modern-day pizza, with cheese and tomato sauce, was only made starting in the 1800s. It was first made in Naples and arrived in the United States in the late 19th century.
Pizza, particularly frozen and fast food varieties that most families settle for, are loaded with processed carbohydrates and refined flour and other unhealthy items.
But our keto pizza is prepared from scratch and healthy.
This is definitely a crowd pleaser. Are you ready?
To make keto pizza, we'll need 1 3/4 cups almond meal. We are sensitive to almonds, so we're using ground sunflower seeds instead. 2 tablespoons coconut flour, half a teaspoon each of xanthan gum and baking powder, pinch each of salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons melted butter, half a cup crushed tomatoes, 120 grams mozzarella cheese. Again, if you have sensitivities, try goat mozzarella like we do. 200 grams Italian salami or pepperoni, 2 mushrooms, 75 grams whole pitted olives, and 1 avocado. Additionally, you could also add a 1/4 of a red bell pepper sliced, a few red onion slices, and possibly a few slices of pickled jalapeno peppers. Of course, don't overdo this.
The recipe is designed for one thick crust pizza with meat and vegetables combined. But we are going to make 2 thin crust pizzas, 1 meat and 1 vegetable, with the same amount of each ingredient. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. Let's make the crusts first. Mix all the dry ingredients in a large bowl. Add the eggs and melted butter and mix until combined. Roll into a ball of dough with your hands. split the dough into 2 roughly equal parts. Flatten both balls of dough on a baking tray or into a shallow baking dish. We prefer a cast iron pan. Aim to make each crust 10 to 12 inches or 25 to 30 centimeters in diameter and bake for 10 to 12 minutes. Remove from the oven.
Place half of the crushed tomatoes and cheese on each pizza. Place the toppings and bake for another 12 minutes. Remove from the oven when done. Serve with avocado slices.
Hey, I saw a pizza place down the street. Maybe we could try that.
Pizza sounds delicious.
Pizza?
Yes, pizza.
Right on, let's get it. What the heck is
Who
that?
puts broccoli on pizza?
That's it. I'm done.
Congratulations, San Francisco. You've ruined pizza. First the Hawaiians, and now you.
Enjoy your pizza.
And as always, remember, it's never too late to restore your health.